Welcome back to another update video, my next monthly update video. If I seem off right now, it's because I just had a huge autistic meltdown, or just meltdown in general. I'll talk about that after I talk about some other things. What's going on with my transition is HRT doesn't seem to be doing any more physical changes, like puberty wise. It just, at this point, it's just like the last little bit, like months, I've been noticing it's just like not really doing much anymore. But what has been happening that's been helping with my transition is my diet specifically, and recently just been listening to like those subliminal affirmations, or just affirmations in general, kinds that have music with it, to help with like the mental state part of going through all this, just trying to get everything back on track to help, because I'm just doing anything I can do to help. I seen the nutritionist. A few things have been changed with my diet. What's been changed is, because my last video when I mentioned I was on the metronidazole, I think is what it's called, because I was on, because of the issues having with BV, that bacterial vaginosis, I was on the oral version. The oral version really messed up my appetite to the point where the gains I was having, I lost because I wasn't able to eat properly. And I've been struggling to get back to where I was before that prescription, so I can further get back to where I was at last year with my weight. So what's little things that's been changed is little things like the type of yogurt I was eating has been changed from what I was eating to a full fat version, like the full fat dairy version, which it's like the plain full fat version that has 0 added sugars and more calories in it, where I have to add my own fruits. So I'm getting the fruits and everything with it without adding like excess sugars and stuff, because having too much added sugars when gaining weight can cause really bad effects. She suggested, when I'm not able to eat a lot, when I'm eating small portions, I can't eat a huge amount. Like what happened, she's having me add flaxseed after it's been soaked, because you have to soak flaxseed because it absorbs liquid and has a gel consistency. And this is all going on with my braces as well. I'm able to have that and flax meal, because flax seed, your body can't digest it unless it's ground down. So adding that to what I'm currently already eating, like to my breakfast and my afternoon snack. So when I've been eating oatmeal in the morning, I've been adding a serving of each to the oatmeal. And my afternoon snack, I've been adding a serving of each of those to my yogurt. And she's wanting me to eat smaller meals more smaller meals throughout the day. So eating more frequently, pretty much throughout the day. They help. And the one thing I haven't fully added that she suggested during my afternoon snack, add a smoothie or a shake to it. So I'm planning on doing that. But the little changes I have done, I'm starting to notice the weight gain is coming back. I've been noticing in my butt, my breasts, fullness wise. I can't say I haven't measured in a long time. So those areas, and the area I also noticed is the abdomen tummy area down through here. And as you can see, I have more fullness up here. I've been really noticing more fullness here. And in my butt, especially when I sit down, I'm this whole fullness down here I've been noticing. What happened last year when I was gaining weight, I'm feeling the same way as I did last year. Feeling better. Physically feeling better with everything. And my body, just seeing all those extra curves and that more fullness, even though my weight's not 100% back to where it was. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but I can say for me, my body has been turning me on, and I can say in a sexual way, just the way it looks and how I feel. So that's been happening. That's what happened last year, and it's happening again. So that tells me things are going back on track and working. So just continuing to do what I need to do, finish getting back that weight. I've managed to get it back up to 141 pounds, because when I started trying to gain back in March, I was around 140 to about 144 at the highest. But when I was on the prescription, I dropped down to 138, which sucked. Then I managed to get it back up to 139. Then it's been more consistent around 139, 140 until it was last Wednesday. Since then, it's been more stable at 141. I'm trying to gain past that. So, yeah. So getting back on track of that. So that's the big main thing that's been helping with my transition goals of my body and my feminine curves and that fullness. That's currently what's been helping the most, because it doesn't seem like HRT is doing it anymore to further gains. So it has to be that weight gain just to get back there. So yeah. The next thing, since having the issue with BV, bacterial vaginosis, it didn't fully clear up doing the oral version. From my research, usually people who take the oral version, they end up having to take the vaginal version because it doesn't go away in most people through the oral route. So I ended up having to take the vaginal version for 7 days, but I accidentally was underdosing for the first 6 days. Well, not 6 days, the first 5 days. I noticed the handle part on the tube you fill up. I didn't realize that part filled up as well because the dose was a full entire applicator full. So yeah, so I had a whole extra day, another day's worth. So I just finished it off and haven't really only had like one day of discharge after the main discharge stopped. Only had one other day and it cleared up. So if you're in like my situation where you've had the vaginoplasty, like the gender affirming surgery down there, and have a vagina, and you end up getting BV, have your doctor do the vaginal version first. From my experience, the vaginal version clears it up because it's topical and it's hitting directly in the spot where the bacteria is. So, yeah, the only issue I've been noticing is since it's pretty much cleared up, that normal congealedness that usually happens naturally from dilation and lubricants and whatnot, that congealedness stuff that happens in there, that was happening and it's still happening. That means just need to clean out like normally supposed to. So yeah, so that's happened. But because all the issues I've been having, the other issue is the bumps down there. I found a few new ones on top of the clitoral hood. And I know some of the bumps are what's down there. Some of it is skin tags, but it's from where the stitches were. But it's the other ones I'm not quite sure about is what I still haven't gotten fully checked out. From what I mentioned, what happened with my primary care doctor and the one my doctor is prescribing my prescription, which I'm thinking just fully switching to her for my primary care because she's a primary care doctor that also does trans health. So yeah, she's having me go see the surgeon, like I mentioned in my last video, and the surgeon who did my surgery. So to get things checked out, and sorry if you hear laughing in the background. It's a roommate. Just ignore that. But anywho, my appointment for that, because the doctor wasn't in office, I had to get the next soonest appointment, which it's a huge month away. It was like a huge month apart when that appointment was set. So Wednesday is my appointment to get those bumps checked out to make sure it's not anything serious. So yeah, so that brings me to the last thing. Why I had a huge meltdown, a big meltdown. A lot of you who watch my videos, I don't know if everyone knows because I don't talk about it very often. I have autism. My autistic level is, I don't know which number wise, but my therapist lists it as medium support autism. Because of having the BV and the bumps, because if the bumps are what they are, what the one doctor said they can be, that's highly transferable to other areas down there and to other people. And the bacterial vaginosis can be transferred to other people as well. So because I haven't been able either have like Okay, because my haven't been able to self-stimulate down there or partnered in every which way that can happen. Like I'm normally supposed to help calm things down there to make sure everything's going good. It's one of the things with my autism I end up having to do to help relieve the sensitivity. So it's not always done for sexual purposes. Sometimes it's done for help calm things down so I'm not overwhelmed and overstimulated. So because I haven't been able to do any of that by myself or with a partner to make sure things don't get irritated, transferred, and whatnot. It's been extremely because I have a high sex drive and I've always had a high sex drive since initial puberty started. But I'm thankful and happy that since being on HRT, it's especially since surgery and the hormones rebalanced and everything, that it's switched to instead of testosterone based, estrogen and progesterone based. So, yeah, in like the typical female way. So, that's helped with that aspect. But the thing is, because I haven't been able to do what I need to do down there, it's causing, with my high sex drive for the last like 2-3 days or so, I've been really feeling it down there. The best way people usually describe it is horny. I don't really like using that word, but I can't think of any other better words to use at the moment. But when it's feeling really extremely sensitive down there, and the pressure I'm feeling down there, especially in my clitoris, from everything being like swollen and aroused because my labia has been swollen, and when like sexually, like, or non-sexually, I can say, when my body does that, becomes swollen and aroused, even if it's not necessarily sexual, that pressure and the huge sensitivity has been really, really getting to me because with that sensory processing disorder I have, which my therapist just usually lists that as like sensory issues. But because of that, it's been to the point where I ended up becoming really, really overwhelmed and overstimulated because of it, and it triggered a meltdown. And I'm still haven't 100% recovered from that meltdown, and I'm still having the issues as I speak. So yeah. Oh, if you're wondering what this is, it's from Plushy Dreadfuls. It's the sensory processing jellyfish rabbit to overstimulate for this. The blue overstim is what it is. So I've been holding on to this while I'm here to help. So yeah. So that's pretty much what I've been going through, what's been helping and what hasn't. So with all that, that's what's happening with my transition right now. And with everything. And the other part that's a little bit overstimulating a little bit, as I've been gaining weight, I've been having pains, like the same kind of pains you have when you have like breast growth. That's what I've been feeling as I've been gaining weight in that fullness. It just feels like as my breasts have been filling in, it's been a little bit painful. So that's also been adding to the oversensitivity, but not as much as down in my vulva. So, yeah, other than that, I'm doing the best I can, trying to get through this to my next appointment. So, to see what to get the bumps checked out. And as soon as like get everything figured out and what's going on, if I have to have a procedure or no procedure or what's going on, if it's just like skin tags or just normal bumps that happen from surgery or whatnot, or if it is something more serious, as soon as everything is fixed or cleared or what's going on down there, like as soon as I'm able to, I will get my body to be relieved from this issue so I don't have another meltdown. So, yeah. Other than that, I just getting through this one day at a time. So, if any of you have any thoughts, feelings, or any comments you want to do, or have any advice for any of the things I talked about, especially as I'm trying to gain weight right now, back to 149 pounds. Any suggestions that could help, I would appreciate it. And until my next video, please comment, rate, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And until next time, as I'm doing the best I can. Boop, boop, boop.